Welcome back to iTCA, I Teach Cybersecurity Academy, where we make cybersecurity simple, useful, and practical for everyone. Up to this point in the course, you've learned how to identify assets, threats, and vulnerabilities. Now comes the most important question in real-world security. What do we fix first? Because in reality, organizations don't have unlimited time, money, or resources. We cannot fix everything at once. That's why this module focuses on analyzing and scoring risk, so we can make smart decisions instead of guessing. In this module of Information Security Assessment, you'll learn how professionals prioritize risks using a simple but powerful tool known as the risk matrix, sometimes called the risk heat map. This lesson is designed for beginners, students, and anyone who wants to understand how cybersecurity decisions are actually made in organizations. The key idea behind risk analysis is prioritization. Some risks are very dangerous but unlikely to happen. Others are less damaging but happen all the time. To balance this, we compare two things: likelihood, which is how likely a risk is to occur; impact, which is how severe the damage would be if it occurs. When we combine likelihood and impact, we get a risk level. The risk matrix is a simple grid. On one side, we rate likelihood as low, medium, or high. On the other side, we rate impact as low, medium, or high. Where these two meet, we get different levels of risk. Low likelihood and low impact result in low risk. Medium likelihood and medium impact result in medium risk. High likelihood and high impact result in critical risk. This visual approach helps security teams quickly see which risks demand immediate attention. Let's make this clear with two everyday examples. Imagine an asteroid hitting your house. The impact would be extremely high, but the likelihood is extremely low. So the overall risk is medium, which is why nobody buys asteroid insurance. Now, imagine losing your car keys. The impact is low, but the likelihood is high. That makes it a medium risk, which is why many people keep a spare key. This shows why impact alone is not enough. Now let's apply this to cybersecurity scenarios. First scenario: a hacker defaces a company's public website. This is likely to happen, but the impact on business operations is low. Second scenario: a hacker steals the CEO's email password. This may be less likely, but the impact is critical because it can lead to data leaks, fraud, and reputational damage. When we place both scenarios on the risk matrix, it becomes clear which risk must be addressed first. This is how security professionals justify decisions to management. To score risks properly, professionals follow a structured process. First, identify the asset. Next, identify the threat. Then, identify the vulnerability. After that, assess the likelihood of the threat occurring. Then, assess the impact if it does occur. Finally, determine the overall risk level. This step-by-step approach ensures risk assessments are consistent and defensible. Let's walk through a simple example. The asset is student records stored in a school portal. The threat is a hacker trying to gain unauthorized access. The vulnerability is weak passwords used by students and staff. The impact is high because sensitive personal data could be exposed. When likelihood and impact are combined, the risk level is high. This tells us the issue needs urgent attention. This module brings everything you've learned together. You are no longer just identifying problems. You are now ranking risks and making decisions. In the next module, you'll learn what organizations do after a risk has been identified and scored, how they choose the best way to handle it. In this module, you learned how to analyze and score risk, why prioritization matters, how the risk matrix works, and how professionals assess risk step by step. If this lesson helped you understand risk analysis clearly, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with others learning cybersecurity, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. I'll see you in the next module.